Hi everyone, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Karma.
And welcome to another episode of Lessons of Karma. Well, looks like we woke up again today. We were gifted with another fresh, brand new day full of endless possibilities. So what are we going to do today? Do you think it's possible that we can make today better than yesterday? I think so.
We can do better. We could be chasing dreams. We know what's right, and we know how it feels. Yeah, we can do better. We can make a change for real.
So, how exactly would we do that? In my previous episode, I talked about striving to continually outgrow ourselves until we no longer recognize the version we were. But my other question is, what version of ourselves are we talking about?
Charles Horton Cooley, a sociologist, was the first to introduce a concept known as the looking glass self in his 1902 work, Human Nature and the Social Order. The original passage reads as follows, and I quote, "Each to each a looking glass reflects the other that doth pass." End quote. Cooley's phrase, popularized by J. Shetty, is as follows, and I quote, "I am not what I think I am, and I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am." End quote. Cooley's core idea is that our self-image isn't built in a vacuum, nor is it a direct reflection of what others actually think of us. Instead, it's a three-step psychological process. Imagination. We imagine how we appear to others. Friends, family, and even strangers. Judgment. We imagine how they are judging that appearance. For example, they must think I'm confident, or they probably think I'm boring. Self-feeling. We develop our identity based on those perceived judgments. Cooley described the concept this way, and I quote, "As we see our face, figure, and dress in the glass, and are interested in them because they are ours, so in imagination we perceive in another's mind some thought of our appearance, manners, aims, deeds, character, friends, and so on, and are variously affected by it." End quote. Essentially, we build our quote-unquote self based on a reflection of a reflection.
Wow. Cooley's quote beautifully illustrates karma in action. See, I believe what we choose to think is our karma. And our thoughts about who we believe we are often based on the version of ourselves that we perceive others believe us to be. In the end, which could be today, it's up to us to look inward in discovering who we really are. Easier said than done. If only there was some type of roadmap or a cheat sheet. As a matter of fact, there is. Our birth chart is an excellent tool in helping us to understand ourselves, our personality, our focus. If you've ever had a chance to review your birth chart, you will discover that we are not how we showed up. We are who we came here to be. But regardless of our birth chart, the path to discovering who we are requires continually evolving with every lesson of karma. And until we're done, no one will ever know our final version, including ourselves. In other words, it happens internally through self-development and not externally through perception. Well, we've reached the segment where I answer some of your questions, the Q&A segment. Let's see what we have.
This doesn't need to be a segment.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question. What do you think? I think of your Q&A segment.
You guys are far too shy. If you feel more comfortable using an email, please feel free to email me. I would love to hear from you. Well, that's all the time we have for today. As always, everything I say is based on my perspective and personal experience. So take it for what it is. Take what resonates, if anything, and leave the rest. And most importantly, listen to your intuitive nudges. Your karma depends on it. I'll check in with all of you again soon.
What do you think? I'm thinking right now.
I believe being human is a spiritual practice, and life is about striving to understand our spiritual journey in human form through lessons of karma.